I've been getting ready for work and I have a little bit of time before I have to head out, so I wanted to chat with you guys about my journey into medicine. So a little bit of backstory is that my dad is actually a family doctor in Canada, but I never actually knew and understood what he did until I was around a teenager. He worked at a hospital. He was a hospitalist for many, many years, and all I remember as a child is that he would wake up in the morning, he'd leave, he would work, and he may or may not have come home that night because he would be sleeping at the hospital, working late, doing on-call shifts. And I just always thought, yep, dad is working. I don't really remember thinking more beyond that. But as I got older, I tried to understand, what is it that he's doing and why is he gone for so long? And why is he always talking about my patients? And his whole life was revolved around work and patient care. It wasn't until I was an early teenager, like 13, 14, that my parents got an outpatient clinic and we opened our first business. And when he transitioned from hospital work to full-time outpatient medicine, I really was amazed at what he was able to build and grow. He has had an outpatient family practice for almost 15 years now, and he loves it. Now, when I decided to go to medical school, I didn't know 100% that I wanted to do family medicine. I kind of had an open mind and an open heart to whatever my clinical rotations were gonna do for me. And I really did enjoy all of my different clinical experiences. As a medical student in your third and fourth year, you have to do clinical rotations in all different fields. So that's internal medicine, psychiatry, OBGYN, surgery. There's so many different fields that you have to do rotations in order to get experience in. A lot of my electives, I really enjoyed neurology and dermatology, and the choices were just endless. So when it came to the application process of putting down in the computer in ERAS what specialty did I want to do, I really sat back and I thought about, what is it that I want to do for the rest of my life? My parents never pressured me that I needed to do exactly what he did and I need to take over any business and move home. As you guys know, I'm Canadian, so I am currently training in the US, and what happens is when you train in the US, you're gonna get an American license. And my plan has always been to stay in America, work here, and the opportunities are endless. You know, the world is my oyster. I can go wherever I want and do whatever I want. My parents never were very picky about that, so I didn't have to do family medicine. But when I really sat down and I thought about, what is it that I want to do for the rest of my life, and what is it about all of my clinical rotations that I really enjoyed, and I tried to pick apart different elements in each of them that were really suitable to the lifestyle I wanted to have. When I really thought about it, family medicine was the perfect choice. I really enjoyed in internal medicine the inpatient hospital experience. I loved working in a hospital, and I loved taking care of critical, sick patients. And I thought about, can I do that for the rest of my life? Can I just work in a hospital and that be what I do every single day? And I really could, but I also enjoyed clinical medicine. And when you're an internal medicine doctor, you don't always have outpatient clinic. What I really enjoy about psychiatry is seeing patients and talking to them and learning about their history and what psychological problems that they had. If they were depressed or anxious, I really enjoyed counseling patients and seeing their growth when you prescribe different medications and seeing how it improved their symptoms. I really enjoyed OBGYN. I loved taking care of pregnant women all the way through to their delivery, and I loved watching and being a part of the experience of their deliveries, and then bringing that newborn into the world, and then taking care of the baby from birth onwards. Pediatrics is so exciting, and it's so amazing taking care of these little babies that are so cute and they're so sweet and innocent. And so when I really thought about it, what type of specialty encompasses all of these things? Pediatrics, OBGYN, psychiatry, outpatient clinical medicine, potentially working in a hospital. The choice was obvious, it's family medicine. So I applied to family medicine, and I didn't want to apply to anything else, and that's exactly what I got. What I really love about family medicine is that you get to have a really great work-life balance. You get to live the most flexible lifestyle that works for you. If you want to have a family and have children, and you want to have your office hours be a certain time, and you can be very flexible in family medicine. One of the things that's really important to me is that you have continuity of care. When you're a specialist, you see patients maybe once or twice, and you can continue to follow up with them. But as a family doctor, you're taking care of the patient as a whole, and you're seeing a patient for the first time, and then you can continue seeing them forever. I have the most wonderful patients that I am so connected to because I get to see them on a monthly or throughout the year basis. And it's just so nice to be able to catch up with a patient and see them after so-and-so time, and to really know a lot about them and their personal life. Another thing that's important is that family medicine is so broad, and I really enjoy being able to take all of the symptoms and complaints and narrow it down into a diagnosis. I really like that investigative process of family medicine. And it's so satisfying to have a patient walk into your office, say, I have so-and-so problem. You assess them, you do your evaluating tests, the patient goes and does the test, and then they come back for your follow-up appointment, and you have your diagnosis, and then you can move forward with treatment. That type of patient care is what I really, really enjoy. Family medicine is so broad, like I mentioned, so you can deal with a whole range of conditions. I can see a newborn in one room and then walk into the next room and deal with a patient going through heart failure and that I need to adjust his medications. Or I can have a patient that has a skin rash and I need to prescribe a cream and then have them come back in a few weeks and see how that rash is doing. I can deal with patients that have to get some swabs done for STD testing, or I can counsel a mother on pregnancy and what are the different things that go into conception and conceiving. You get to know a lot about so many conditions, and I will never claim to be an expert on anything, and that's the best part, is that once you feel like, okay, I have done what I can, I've looked into what I can, and maybe I don't have a diagnosis, that's when I can send a patient to a specialist to get their opinion. I know that a lot of people don't really talk about family medicine. When I was going through medical school, tried to go on YouTube and tried to find what it's like to be a family doctor. My dad is a very specific example, and I don't try to base my decisions off what my dad does. I have wanted to get other opinions on people who have been through clinical rotations and are my age going through this process. And I never really found a single source where there was someone I could look up to and see and follow, okay, this is what she did and this is how successful she's been and this is what I want to do. So I really want that to be the case for anybody that's watching me and sees, okay, I'm looking into something that's like family medicine or internal medicine and what is their experience. So I really love family medicine. I highly, highly recommend it if you're interested in a very broad type of medical practice, and then you can narrow things down as you like. There are family medicine doctors that can do fellowships in geriatrics, in sports medicine, in certain psychiatric fellowships such as addiction medicine, or you can even do ER medicine, and you can work as a hospitalist and not do outpatient care at all. So family medicine is so broad, and your world is your oyster, like I said. You can do whatever you want, and that's what's so amazing about it. So for anyone who's considering family medicine or isn't sure about is it something that they can do, Can you handle all of the potential conditions that walk through your door? Trust me, you can do it, and you will have so much fun doing it. And it is, again, so satisfying, and your patients really appreciate it. They really enjoy coming back to see the same doctor over and over, and that you build that bond, you build that connection. It's really great, and I really appreciate my patients and appreciate the specialty and what it has to offer. I hope you enjoyed this video and my little chit chat about why I love family medicine and why I chose that as my career. If you have any questions at all about it, or you want me to talk more about it in any specific details, please let me know in the comments and I'll try and get back to you guys about that, okay? All right, you guys take care. Bye.